Good morning. Please welcome Penn's great president, Amy Gutmann.
Whoa! Thank you all. Wow, to the amazing class of 2018, you look fabulous. To our trustees, our faculty, and the parents of our graduates, you look so proud, as well you should be. And parents, you also look relieved. Congratulations to all of you. So, everyone, look around. From a distance here, this appears to be a sea of black-robed sameness. But let's take this opportunity to conduct an experiment, okay? I ask all of our graduates at this time to please stand up. All of our graduates, please stand up. It's not over yet, though. Stay standing. Let's see just how much sameness lurks underneath, below the surface. And don't worry, this exercise will not involve disrobing. I know you're disappointed, but it won't. Graduates, today on the surface, you all look a lot alike, but differerences are hidden underneath. So everyone with bare knees, all of you wearing shorts or skirts beneath your robes, please be seated. Bare-kneed graduates, please be seated. Okay? Now, to graduates with covered knees, if you're wearing a wristwatch, you know what a wristwatch is, those of you who are younger? If you're wearing a wristwatch, remain standing. Sorry, those of you without watches, please be seated. Okay. To our knee-covered, time-conscious graduates. You're unique in other ways. Please be seated unless you're wearing, listen up, a Power of Penn t-shirt. Be seated unless you're wearing a Power of Penn t-shirt. If you're wearing a Power of Penn t-shirt, please remain standing. Well, hello there. So what should we talk about? What should we talk about? You can wave to your family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michaela Reynolds, who graciously agreed to help me out this morning in this experiment. Michaela, thank you so much. You can be seated. Okay, so why did we just do this exercise, right? Good question, right? Why did we do it? Because my message today to you is this. Too many people in this world would have us stand apart from one another based on our differences. And too many others, for the sake of sameness, would have us deny our individuality, which is character, not clothing. In fact, what makes us unique and what unites us are not starkly opposed. Uniqueness and unity are twin pillars of a strong and vibrant pluralism. We thrive when we combine unity of shared values with our unique perspectives on life. It has never been more important that we think uniquely while we stand united. This message is driven home daily by stories from around the world and stories right here at Penn. One Penn story began in Sudan, where civil war raged, killing millions. People lost everything. The chance to become educated came only to a very lucky few. One of them was Dow Jock, proud 2014 graduate of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dow's father was killed in the Sudanese Civil War. His mother fled with his family to Des Moines, Iowa. Dow's unique perspective was forged by profound loss and the struggles of creating a new life in an alien country. His distinctive experiences may seem defined by vast differences, but exactly the opposite is true. This spring, Dow was part of our annual Sylphin Forum, joining leaders like Jeb Bush and Joe Biden to discuss refugees and immigration. It was Dow, who is now a commissioned officer in the US Army and pursuing his PhD in education. It was Dow, let's hear it for education over there, yes? It was Dow who cut right to the heart of the matter when he asked his fellow Penn students and alums. He looked at them and said, "Are you speaking the values that we share? Are you speaking the values that we share?" Dow's message was clear: we all must speak the values that we share. So often we're told that our differences divide us, but it is our unique life stories brought together and joined as a whole that constitute our common strengths. We must speak out and say to the world that unique in our experiences, unique in our outlooks, we are united in our values. And we must communicate those values at every opportunity. From South Sudan to snowy Iowa to Franklin Field, we need to speak the values that we share. So I will speak them now. We cherish liberty, not chains, opportunity without limit, love without condition, and learning without end. These are universal words to live by. So let's take Dow's message to heart and say them aloud together. I'll start if you'll back me up. Let me hear you say, liberty, not chains.
Liberty, not chains.
Opportunity without limit.
Opportunity without limit.
Love without condition.
Love without condition.
And learning without end.
Learning without end.
Amen. And so we stand united against prejudice and bias, hatred and cruelty, though our paths differ. Each of us has our own creative views on how best to advance liberty and opportunity, love and learning. Uniqueness and unity are not opposed, and I learned that early in my own life. As many of you know, I was the first in my family to graduate college, and I'm very proud of that. Let's hear it for our Figley students. So when I began my journey from my home in rural New York to an Ivy League campus, I honestly didn't know what to expect, but I knew I wanted to fit in. So I saved up every penny of my summer job money to buy a suitcase full of new formal clothes. Belongings in hand, I headed off to an unfamiliar new world. But my very first day, a classmate who would become a good friend took one look at the clothes that I had packed, and she said to me in no uncertain terms, "These have all got to go." So I traded them in for a couple pair of Levi's and some t-shirts. Okay, so off to a rocky start. As a scholarship student, I had a work-study job, and it was in the early mornings before class. All my new friends had a habit of staying up late, very late. So of course, I was determined to keep up by staying up late as well. At that time, I thought being perpetually sleep-deprived was a condition unique to me. Anyone here happen to share that condition? Yeah. Here's the takeaway. When I first arrived, I focused on how different I felt as a first-generation, low-income student, and how much I wanted to fit in. And then one day, I tried a different approach. Arriving back on campus from spring break, which I spent at home with my wonderful widowed mom, I was carrying the very same suitcase. Again, it was full, but not of who I thought I should be, but of who I actually was. It was jam-packed with home cooking, lovingly prepared, Mama B's light-as-air cheese blintzes, stuffed cabbage special recipe, and corned beef nice and lean, and jumbo chocolate chip cookies that could make you cry for joy. My friends had never tasted anything quite like it, and nor had I tasted anything quite like their experiences or they mine. We shared something over that meal, and many more to come, that went far beyond my mom's blintzes, as great as they were. And they were great. We shared our own unique recipes for life, our perspectives on life. And what I came to understand was that our differences are, in fact, our strengths. Strengths that in turn advance what you and I and all of Penn are trying to achieve. The Great Seal of the United States reads "E pluribus unum," from many, one. Graduates, during your time here, you have come to know the red and blue version we hold so dear. E pennibus unum. From many Penn people, one Penn family. From all 50 states in the Union and more than 100 countries. From all walks of life. The Penn family lives and learns, engages and enjoys one another. We have grown together in this constantly illuminating swirl of uniqueness as you have stood together inspiringly for the values that we share. You exemplify what E pennibus unum truly means, what the Penn family really stands for: liberty, not chains, opportunity without limit, love without condition, and learning without end. And as you go forth today, your great task, the life's project that we all share, is to take this well-learned lesson, think uniquely, stand united, take it out into our society and the world, speak the values that we share, speak them when needed, sing them from the rooftops with the unique voice that each and every one of you possesses. So now, I ask everybody to stand together. Proud families and friends, university leaders and faculty, stand with me now and show our profound pride in the unique and united class of 2018. Thank you all.